A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a significant diplomatic development, European leaders gathered at the White House to engage in high-stakes discussions aimed at addressing the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The talks culminated in a commitment for a bilateral meeting between Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Russian President Vladimir Putin, alongside renewed conversations regarding a potential US-backed security guarantee for Ukraine. Despite the optimism surrounding the meetings, underlying tensions remained, particularly regarding the prospect of pushing Putin for a ceasefire, a move that US President Donald Trump appeared to shy away from, even as he expressed support for Zelensky. The atmosphere during the discussions was markedly different from a previous encounter between Trump and Zelensky, which had been fraught with tension. This time, Zelensky opened the meeting by expressing gratitude to Trump for his efforts to mediate the conflict and acknowledged the support of First Lady Melania Trump, who had previously written to Putin regarding the humanitarian crisis affecting children in the war. In a lighter moment, Zelensky, donning a more formal black coat compared to his earlier military-style attire, made a humorous remark about his evolution since their last meeting, eliciting laughter from those present. The gathering included prominent leaders such as British Prime Minister Keir Starmer, French President Emmanuel Macron, German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, and Finnish President Alexander Stubb, all of whom participated in discussions with Trump on the same day. This show of unity followed Trump's recent meeting with Putin in Alaska, marking the first time the Russian leader had met with a US president since the onset of the Ukraine invasion in early 2022. As the meetings concluded, Trump reached out to Putin by phone, revealing plans for an upcoming meeting between the Russian president and Zelensky, followed by a trilateral discussion that Trump would attend. Zelensky confirmed the arrangement, stating that the sequence of events had been proposed by the Russians. Addressing reporters, Zelensky emphasized that any territorial disputes would be discussed directly with Putin. Trump had previously floated the idea of negotiating land swaps as part of a broader peace agreement. The primary focus of the discussions revolved around security guarantees for Ukraine, although no concrete resolutions emerged. Trump mentioned the possibility of providing Ukraine with NATO-like protection as part of a coordinated effort led by European nations, asserting that they would serve as the first line of defense. "We will give them very good protection, very good security," Trump stated, leaving the door open for potential US military involvement. Ukraine's lack of NATO membership complicated matters, with Trump reiterating that full NATO membership was unlikely due to long-standing objections from certain member states. Reports indicated that Ukraine had proposed a substantial purchase of American weapons, amounting to $100 billion, financed by European allies, in exchange for US support in securing a guarantee as part of a peace deal. Zelensky expressed a keen interest in acquiring US Patriot missile defense systems and highlighted the need for comprehensive security, stating, "Everything was required, including a robust military, advanced weaponry, well-trained personnel, and intelligence sharing." He underscored that the success of these efforts depended on the support of major powers like the United States and its allies. Meanwhile, Trump distanced himself from the idea of negotiating an immediate ceasefire, advocating instead for a direct move toward a comprehensive peace agreement. "I don't think you need a ceasefire," he remarked, suggesting that while it might be beneficial, he understood the strategic reasons why one side might resist it. This stance was welcomed by the Kremlin, with Putin's envoy Kirill Dmitriev noting the day's diplomatic efforts were focused on achieving lasting peace rather than temporary measures. However, some European leaders expressed frustration over the lack of progress on a ceasefire, with Macron emphasizing its necessity and Merz insisting that securing a truce should be a priority at the next meeting. "Let's work on that. Let's try to put pressure on Russia because the credibility of these efforts depends on at least a ceasefire," Merz stated. Trump maintained his belief that Putin was also interested in finding a resolution to the conflict, suggesting that both leaders would have clarity on the potential for a solution within a week or two. "All of us would obviously prefer an immediate ceasefire. As of this moment, it's not happening," Trump acknowledged, adding that Zelensky and Putin could continue their discussions. Starmer expressed enthusiasm for the prospect of a NATO-like security guarantee, emphasizing that the stability of Europe was at stake, not just Ukraine's. There was a real sense of unity, and we made real progress today, he remarked, insisting that Ukraine must be included in any peace negotiations. Macron echoed this sentiment, highlighting the U.S. commitment to collaborate on security guarantees while expressing skepticism about Putin's willingness to end the war. Both Merz and Stubb voiced doubts about Putin's courage to meet Zelensky, with Stubb stating, "He cannot be trusted." The Finnish president, who had developed a rapport with Trump, suggested that the specifics of a security guarantee could be finalized within 2 weeks. As the world watches these developments unfold, the hope remains that diplomatic efforts will yield a path toward peace in Ukraine, with the involvement of key international leaders playing a critical role in shaping the future of the region. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.